Y'all, so we got Ayesha Curry. We got Ayesha Curry now talking again, once again, on another interview of how she's damn near regretting her marriage and how she wasn't really even into it and she hated it and damn near just bashing her husband in, man. It's time for everybody to just call this out, man. This woman is for the streets. Steph Curry, I can't say nothing about this man, Steph Curry, man. Steph Curry's been nothing but faithful, loyal, great role model, great husband, great friend, great father, man, great sportsman and athlete. And oh man, you got this chick. She just ready for the streets. She was out here talking about, oh yeah, I didn't want Steph Curry. I didn't know how he was gonna do, and he was gonna blow up into a superstar. And talking about she thought he was just gonna be a high school basketball player making $30,000 a year, and how this just took her for a big old loop. And she's been trending for a long time about this. She's been nonstop consistent about how she, basically didn't get a chance to really think for herself. And she started off way too early at the age of 22 to get married. She didn't really get a chance to fill out life yet. And everybody's looking at her like, yo, nobody forced you. Nobody, turned your hand. And she was just, pretty much basking in Steph Curry, saying that how she hated it and she didn't really want to do it. She felt like it was pressure. So we gonna get into, man, the digs and the shots at each other that Killer Mike was actually commenting on this because it's almost ridiculous now, man. She's kind of making this guy look, like a fool. And Steph don't deserve that, man. We got absolute love and respect for Steph Curry. He's always never in the tabloids. He's always doing the right thing, man. He's got his own endorsements. Just signed a $900 million deal with Under Armour. He's doing well for himself, man. He's a brand. And the fact that she's out here just, belittling him like that and just sabotaging his name, she needs to be kicked to the streets. Scary, you need to let her go, bro. Like, we telling you now, man. I mean, you might be in love, bro, but it's like, yo, bro, at one point does this stop? So, Killer Mike had a lot to say about it, man. Let's get into this. Killer Mike definitely took to social. And apparently somebody obviously got offended, man, because it obviously made Steph Curry respond. And he wasn't too happy, man. So this is after Ayesha is on the interview. And, she's talking about she's ready to live her life pretty much. And ready to just, spread her wings and figure herself out, which is nothing wrong with that. But you knew this right before you got into your marriage and years invested with him. And people are not necessarily doing it because you had a plenty of time. And so she went off on this interview. Let's play this interview, y'all. And I do not own the rights to this, man, but we're going to cover this. So she talks about, basically her career and where she wants to be and how she doesn't prefer this. So if you don't prefer it, I mean, I'm just thinking like, yo, there's the door. Steph ain't really twisting your arm. Everybody knows your game, and like you're a groupie. She's just aspiring to be like Glorilla. This is kind of crazy because you're talking about a married woman. Let's get into it, man. I do not own the rights to this. It's just for informational, educational purposes only.
There are a lot of people in sports that don't obviously have to go through as much of the conversation around like fame and spotlight as you and your husband have had to. How did being in the spotlight impact your relationship in the early days? Because you guys didn't know how to handle it.
It's a double-edged sword because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them and then put in the work to stay in the room. But that, I think, would be the elephant in the room, is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I like did not sign up for that. I also always thought, like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like, he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just like, it was weird. And sports fans are so different than like maybe entertainment world fans. And oftentimes it's like very ruthless. And so I think I wasn't expecting that either. I remember like one time right after my first was born, she was whiny. So I was like, let me just nurse her in the back seat. And Stefan was putting a bike or something in the trunk. And this woman like opens the car door and she sticks her head in and she's like, I just wanted to see the baby. And I'm like, excuse me. And she looks me dead in my face and goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And then like shuts the door on me. And I was just crying because I was like postpartum.
Oh, yeah. So that doesn't negate the fact that you signed up for this and you're taking every chance and opportunity you can get to embarrassing him, man, and make him look like a fool. And Steph definitely don't deserve that, man. A lot of people, a lot of women out here, man, would die to have a faithful, loyal man, especially the superstar. He's the actual greatest shooter to ever live, man. Let's get into this clip, man. So Killer Mike got involved just because a brother on TikTok and all the socials, Instagram and Twitter, posted these on his social talking about basically the situation. And Ayesha Carey, every chance she can get, and she's denigrating her marriage. And so Killer Mike took to social media to comment, man, and Steph Curry didn't like it. Let's get into this.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but Ayesha Curry is putting in maximum effort to let the world know that she is struggling with trying not to cheat on her husband. And because she can just smell an opportunity to embarrass this man, because she gets on every interview telling everybody about just how frustrated she is with his success, how frustrated she is that women desire him, how much she wished it was her being lusted after by people who don't give a fuck about her, how desperately she wants to get attention from other men, how locked down she feels with the kids. Every interview she goes on, she unwarrantedly forces us to listen to her vent about her not wanting to be with her husband. She wants to go be Glorilla or something. Like, we get it, bro. Just go drop an album or something. Like, stop embarrassing this man, bro. It's getting pathetic.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree, man, because they wasn't too happy, man. They wasn't too happy. So Killer Mike say, hey, yo, my Inja. She said she wanted to be Glow, which is Glorilla. Man, Steph doesn't deserve the embarrassment for real. God bless him. So Steph didn't like that, man. And he actually, even though Mike, was actually defending him, Killer Mike obviously crossed the line. And Steph said, nah, not you, Mike. I'm cool staying silent and letting these other clowns have their moment. And you're the worst of them. Boo Woods. He's calling out this guy in orange. This is Steph Curry. But you're better than that, Killer Mike. Stay in your lane and let God keep blessing me like he is. We are good over here, deuces. Wow. And that's what happens, man, when you get a lot of these, dudes, man. They're so wrapped into the marriage. They're so delusional. They're so caught in the moment and blind and in denial. And that's not even the point, bro. It's the fact that why is she willingly giving us all of this information that we didn't ask for? We see you guys like a celebrity black couple, successful celebrity black couple that people aspire to be. You're a symbol. You're definitely a couple that people really admire and revere, especially with him being one of the main celebrities in the world, let alone the greatest shooter to ever live. So she's a little jealous just because she kind of got that light skin complex. She thought she would be the model, the pretty girl that everybody lust after, everybody looked at. But you're not that girl anymore. You had 4 children. They got 4 different children, and now you just start thinking like this now? Why didn't you talk about this way before in your marriage? So people ain't really respecting that. And I don't think Steph is actually getting the fact that she's really embarrassing them every chance she can get. For the past since 2009, she's talked about how she's struggled to not cheat and how she wants to be Glorilla. What kind of wife says that? Especially when you got, kids out here. And did y'all see her? Apparently, she actually went out to a Drake concert. And after this rant that she went on, she was talking about she went out and it was like extremely hard because she felt like she's stuck in her marriage. And why are you stuck in your marriage when you got all the opportunities? So let's look at this, man. She actually posted this. This is wild. So, no, we're not saying that you can't have fun or nothing like that. But, look at how she's dressed. This is a mother of Steph Curry, the wife of Steph Curry. Come on, man. She for the streets, Steph. I'm sorry, bro. And they're talking about a woman's trip and you going out to Miami with your girls by yourself and how she wants to be outside partying and living her life and how she feels so traditional about this, and everything came a little too fast. She wasn't expecting all of this fame, and she didn't see it going like this because he had other dreams and aspirations and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with you. You should have been thought about that before you had your marriage. She just talked about how she really didn't want to get married. And she was 22 years old. And now 20 years later, it seems like he's more into the marriage than her. And she's mad that a lot of females want Steph Curry. She wants all the guys to be on her because she has that same complex, the light skin, light eyes complex. You think everything's supposed to be about you. All attention's supposed to be on you. And she thought she would be Steph Curry. And she's looking bad. She's out here trying to hold it up, man. She's looking like she's really wants to get a divorce and be a single woman. And it's usually not going to turn out how they really wanted and expected it to be. I'm telling you. And usually they're always come back crying or regretting and talking about shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or what they saw, man. Steph Curry ain't been nothing but loyal, respectful, holding down his marriage like a real man. It's unfortunate, man. Shout out to Steph Curry, man. Keep doing your thing, King. But again, he's a little in denial, which I don't get that. But let's get into this clip, man.
She's jealous of her husband. This guy has been nothing but supportive of her.
Depending on who you ask, the marriage between Steph and Ayesha Curry is like a symbol of black love. It's very similar to what you see with Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, or what we kind of used to see with Papoose and Remy Ma. All these couples were together for a long time or have been together for a long time. They have children, and they are like black institutions on how to stay together despite hard times. However, these relationships, especially with Michelle Obama and Barack and Steph and Ayesha, have some levels of controversy. There is a theme between all of these relationships, and that is the woman in the relationship obviously has no problem with disrespecting or calling out the man. We definitely know that when it comes to Michelle and Barack Obama, and we also know that when it comes to Ayesha and Steph Curry. Now, in the case of Steph Curry, he never talks about his wife in a negative fashion or ever reveals any information. But Ayesha Curry is known for that. At first, she was like this motherly type of symbol of a lady, and then she kind of got a little bit wild, posting like very provocative pictures, wanting a lot of attention, while Steph Curry didn't do anything. It was all good till a few weeks ago, until Ayesha Curry showed up on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And there are a few clips on that podcast that really went viral.
But I'm
Yeah.
like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something or no?
No, never. I in the beginning hated it so much. I like did not sign up for that.
At this particular point, she's saying when she first started dating Stephen Curry, she hated it. She didn't sign up for that. But wait, there's more.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it.
In this instance, she's saying she never wanted kids. Now, again, this is something that I can understand, and it makes a lot of sense if a person never wanted kids. But see, here's the issue with that.
I get it. You know, people have visions for their own life, and when they get in relationships, sometimes they have to compromise. But my thing is, why 10 years later talk about it to the world? Like, every time she opened her mouth, she embarrassed this man.
See, what the guy is saying is actually right, in my honest opinion. First of all, you never wanted to have kids. We understand, right? But why do you have to come out and tell the entire world? Especially on a podcast. There are many men out there who never wanted to be married or never wanted kids. But you just wouldn't come out and say that because, number one, it's disrespectful to the person that you're with. Now, the never wanting kids part is not really so bad, but what's really so terrible is in the beginning, I hated it. I didn't sign up for that. Imagine LeBron James or Stephen Curry coming out and saying something very similar about their wives. In the beginning, I hated it. I didn't sign up for that. Woo! Women would look at that particular person as being very insensitive. He's a man that doesn't deserve a wife. Girl, you need to go ahead on and leave him. He ain't no good. What kind of man that love his wife would talk like that? Exactly. What kind of man that loves his wife would talk like that? If he felt that way, he should never make that public, because out of respect for the mother of his kids, it just doesn't make sense for a person to say that. But obviously and apparently it is okay for prominent black women such as Michelle Obama or Ayesha Curry to come out and say things about their husbands. And in the case of Steph Curry, he seems like he's a man that's been consistently faithful. He's never had any issue outside of the locker room, never been involved in any scandal, don't have no side chicks. He's been a completely great husband from what we all understand. And it seems like to me, this man don't deserve it. But of course, belittling faithful black men in front of the public is something that tends to be a problem. But then you have women who have an issue with this particular take.
But what you would take as disrespect, why do y'all seem to think every man take that as disrespect?
This lady here is basically responding to the person that was before her. And she's saying, listen, why do you think that every man takes her commentary as disrespect? Just because you take it as disrespect, it doesn't mean that Steph Curry takes as disrespect. And you know what? It's probably the truth. The thing is, Steph Curry probably is not bothered by this, and he probably doesn't take this very seriously, right? He's been married for a long time, and he's probably okay with it. He's a modern guy, younger guy. Okay. The issue is this. If the shoe was on the other foot, what would you say about it? Would you defend it? You would never defend such language from a man. And the reality is this. While men like Steph Curry don't have a problem with it, many men do have a problem with it. And then let's talk about the black men who have opportunities dating other women. And this is very important. I'm going to be honest, but here's something to talk about. Ayesha Curry is extremely attractive, okay? And she's also a person that Steph has known right before he signed up for the NBA, okay? Let's put those two things in her wheelhouse. They've been together for a very, very long time. If a black woman who is not tied to a single man like that and wants to meet a guy who's already has leverage, again, like if Steph Curry met Ayesha Curry and he was already who he was, he'd be much less likely to take this. And this is what a lot of black women don't understand. Just because Steph Curry can deal with it from Ayesha Curry, who's been with him for a long time, most black men that have a lot of money and have a lot of success will not put up with such an attitude or with such issues. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is most black men like Steph Curry will go out and seek other groups of women if they can't find a woman in the black community who will basically show them some respect as a man. And this is the issue. A lot of women out here who agree with, her being so brave with the commentary, and this is a really good thing for her to express herself. Most men will not accept this at the level of Steph Curry or doing better. Most women won't even get an opportunity to be there because in order for you to be there, you would have to give something. And the first thing you would have to give is a lot of respect. But that's not even the worst. Fast forward. Recently, Ayesha Curry went on a girls' trip celebrating her friend's 40th birthday. And of course, this particular girls' trip happened in Italy. And of course, this trip was without Steph Curry. But what's going viral is what happened at the girls' trip. While she was in Italy, guess who she linked up with? Drake and his OVO group, if that's how you say it, or the OVO boys. But then, this is the video that is quite shocking.
We out here.
Say hi, girls. Say hi, ladies. Say hi. What's up? What's up?
Yo, in her defense, I think dude is a little zesty, so I'm not sure if he's a straight man to be taken as a threat. Not like no disrespect to the LGBT, but I don't think that he's a straight guy.
So that's Ayesha and her girlfriends. That's some guy, Ovo Mark, having a drink with Ayesha Curry. The husband is not there. And let me just say this. If it was Steph Curry posting this on Instagram with another woman, all of you ladies would be having hissy fits. He's disrespecting his wife. Or what kind of man is he? And to be honest, even Steph Curry wouldn't make.
1000%. Y'all, that's why we calling it out, because it's not fair. And that's absolutely right. And it's true, man. And a lot of men get that stigma because a lot of men do cheat. A lot of women cheat too, but especially at that stage, at that point of your life, man, at that pinnacle, at that level, elite level, high level athlete, best shooter ever. Yeah, it's easy for him to cheat. And the fact that he's still faithful and loyal like that, man, salute to him even more because, the girls like Steph Curry, man. So she's going to be one of those types, man, where she's going to ruin it and blow it until it gets way too late in her life and late in her career when all of the kids are everybody's all grown. And those accolades are actually starting to pile up, but she's going to be one of those bitter chicks, man, that's mad at the world that she threw away something good. It's going to be a matter of time until this man is tired of it. I'm telling you, man, he can't keep taking this abuse like this. I don't know if I can't see this lasting for another 20 years like this, bro. This is just crazy. She's going on 10 years of this kind of stuff now, bro. Steph, how long, at what point, Steph, are you going to stop allowing this, man? I mean, we get it, Steph. You the humble, cool guy. You the God-fearing man. You a church guy. But Steph, bro, you got to step and put your foot down, man, because she's just embarrassing your whole family. Not even just you.
It's such a mistake because that would damage his brand image, and he wouldn't do that. But obviously, Ayesha Curry doesn't care. We see her right now with absolutely no regard for Steph Curry as her husband. And this brings in the debate if women who are married should go on girls' trips.
Do married women go on girls' trips? No, we do not. No, we do not. No, we do not. We don't go on girls' trips. We don't do that. We married. We don't go on girls' trips. What are we looking for?
In this woman's case, she said, look, no, there's no reason why I would do that. Okay. But then this lady responds to that notion.
Those same things that made you who you are before you met your partner should be the same things that you should be allowed to do even within marriage. Because
to a degree, to an extent, man, these women sometimes get out of control and delusional, man.
that is actually what shaped you to be attractive to your partner. Now, I'm not talking about silly, reckless, immature things. But whatever hobbies you had before, you should be able to continue them. And for some people, traveling with their friends is one of them.
In the case of this lady, she's saying, listen, nothing is wrong with girl trips. It's completely fine because you need to be an individual. This can be left to each individual to decide that. The problem is this. If you're a married woman, are you posting on Instagram as if you're unmarried, even if you're with your friends? And are you out there wearing this particular outfit, like a half top and like leather boots and booty shorts, and taking a picture with some other guy while you're out having drinks? Now, that's the problem that a lot of people don't like. And it is disrespectful because if Steph Curry did the same thing, then you would be upset, which means that Steph Curry honors the relationship at a higher level than Ayesha Curry does. Or is there trouble in paradise? All I gotta say is this. If you're gonna get married and you're gonna have a wife, at least your wife should respect you in what you do. Otherwise, what's the point of making all that money and protecting a woman for her to go and do stuff like this? Again, you would never accept, and I'm talking about you ladies, if Steph Curry did the same exact thing. You ladies would hate on that for sure. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson back at it again.
Yeah, man. Truth to power, yo. It's truth to power. So, yeah, man. What y'all think about this image, man? Y'all think she's out here? Did she go way too far with Drake and going to that concert? Because here's the thing, man. I don't know if Steph Curry's too worried about it because she's, I mean, a dude look a little zesty, man. I'm not even going to lie. I don't think he was a straight man in that crew. But the fact that it adds context to, again, let's just add this picture back on, man. What do you need to go on a girls' trip for? And again, without your husband. Because all of this into context just is an addition to all the negative rhetoric and propaganda that you spewed over the last 7 years about your family, let alone Steph Curry. And why isn't Steph there? That's my question. You see Drake. Yeah, I get it. That's a Drake concert. Oh, yeah, sure. Maybe Steph couldn't go. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he didn't want to go. Out of all people, out of all places, she felt like she's trying to make up for the past and that she never really got a chance to live out her 20s in her prime, that she never had a chance to live out in the club scene like that. And she wanted to galvanize large groups of men's attention and validation. You know, she wanted to fill herself out, which is absolutely normal. You're absolutely normal. You're absolutely right for wanting to fill yourself out in your early 20s. That's absolutely fine and appropriate. The thing is, she said she didn't want to do it, and everybody it basically seemed like she said her parents and then his parents, it was traditional. It was the thing to do. But you got your own mind. You went to college. Why didn't you continue pursuing your career? You didn't. No one made you continue to have babies by this man. That's 4 children, and that's what we don't understand. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, man. She's kind of bad built. She shouldn't even be out there like that. She looked like a mother that's trying to keep up with the streets. I'm just gonna be real. And so Steph Curry wasn't feeling that, man. Honestly, it really made him upset about that. And everybody is kind of like, it's kind of like giving that Jada Pinkett all over again. Because this is what Steph Curry, again, we posted this early in the video, but I'm going to post it again. This is what Steph Curry, now Steph Curry never responds. He's like he said, he's always quiet. You never hear about him. You never hear Twitter chatter or any back and forth arguments or nothing like that, man. But Killer Mike definitely had to call it out. He said, yo, bro, let me just gonna keep it real with you, man. She wants to be Glorilla. She said it. She wants to be out there, be a rapper. She wants the fame. She wants the lifestyle. She wants to be Glorilla, out there bragging, twerking and bragging about finessing dudes and throwing money in the club, and you know what I mean, just holding it up with the sexy reds of the world, man. And Killer Mike said, nah, man, Steph, you don't deserve this embarrassment, bro. So Steph said, nah, man, not like you. Not you, man. I'm always quiet. Staying silent, unlike these clowns. Let them have their moment. You're the worst of them, dude Woods. Boo Woods is just giving his own analysis, man. But it's kind of suck for you to have the greatest shooter on the planet on your bad side. Imagine, y'all, just think about this, man. Imagine having the best shooter of all time pissed off at you. Then that'd be messed up. But look, y'all, that's because that comes from love and respect for Steph Curry, giving us the greatness, giving us an example, giving us that love, giving us that display, showing us that faithfulness, showing us that dedication. People love and revere Steph for that, man. He dedicated his life, put his blood, sweat, and tears into the game. That spilled over into his real lifestyle. And y'all, he's got his own symbol, and it's like he's got a scripture on one of his shoes. It's like a Bible scripture. What more can you want from this guy, man? Y'all, how many NBA players do y'all know doing that? He's got his own signature shoe and literally has a Bible verse printed on his shoe. It's like the man can do no wrong. He's like Mr. Do No Wrong, almost like LeBron James. It's like maybe, and sometimes that needs to happen. Maybe she needs to be sold to the streets so she can see that the grass ain't green on the other side. But for Steph Curry to say, Mike, you're bigger than that. Stay in your lane. I don't understand that. Who else you want to tell you, Steph? She's putting it out there in the public. Who else gonna keep it real and pull you to the side and give you 100% honesty and genuine insight and be a voice of reason to you when she's putting it out there? Who else gonna do that? Nobody's gonna. If they are keeping it real with you, yo, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't see them out there denouncing her for doing that, because that's just out of line. Yo, you talking about? So he said, let God keep blessing me like he is. We're good over here. No, Steph, you're not obviously good over there, bro. Your wife don't think you're that good over there. She said this is not what she just expected, and she wants to live the lifestyle. Nothing wrong with going to see a concert. Yo, you can't, but you're with a bunch of single women. Not a bunch of married women. You're with single women. And now Steph Curry has a few years left in the league, like one of the top paid NBA players in the NBA. But why are you dressed like that? And she said it was hard not to cheat. Why are you married, ma'am, if it's hard to not cheat? That don't make no sense. If it's hard not to cheat, then figure out a way where Y'all both can get on the same page. Don't keep embarrassing this man. That's all we're asking for, because we don't respect it. We don't like it. As fans of Steph Curry and the NBA and love in itself, it's just a bad look, man. We don't want to keep seeing Steph Curry be embarrassed by her, and just because of her narcissism. We don't want to keep seeing him be his legacy tarnished, and while he's on the court, thinking about the tweets that she's made, because she's trending online and talking bad and disrespectful and negative of how this whole plan of hers didn't pan out. You know, they went to the same college and the same high school. They were high school sweethearts. So she thought that she would be the absolute star. She thought she wanted to be the model. She wanted to be that sex symbol, but she don't have talent. And the fact that it's reversed, it shocked her. Oh, he's the one that's actually the breadwinner. He's the one that actually is the superstar, the main character, if you will, of this story. And if she don't like that, that's narcissism. And if the roles were reversed, everybody would know Steph Curry would be thrown under the bus so fast. Yo, it's like they can't wait to get these athletes shown in a negative light. They can't wait to prosecute some of these athletes. That's money. So salute, man. Shout out to Steph Curry, man. That brother is a good, solid brother. I'm glad Killer Mike called it out, man. Killer Mike, salute to you, fam, for calling that out. Nobody else was going to keep it real with him and tell him. And if they are, they're not publicizing it. Somebody needed to show him and then publicize to keep it real with him. Say, nah, look, man, let me pull you to the side, bro, because this is overboard and this is overkill. How many years left is she going to continue to slander, disrespect, and drag their Steph Curry household name? They are literally a brand. How long is she going to continue to do this? No one's asking for her to dump these interviews on us like this. She's choosing it. Steph's staying quiet on the preseason. The season's about to start. So again, I'm glad Killer Mike did that, man. Shout out and salute to that brother, man. He's one of the few brothers that I think that would do that. And it's no secret to him. Steph just has a lot of patience, and it's a lot at stake. And all marriages have issues. But this don't look good for the Curry brand, y'all. This don't look good for the Curry last name at all. This is forever going to be a thing. Or maybe she said that she didn't want to be married. Maybe she said that she wanted to go ahead and cheat, but it was so hard for her to not do it, and she was struggling just not to. Yeah, that's going to come out. And she's not even that really attractive, man. She kind of bad built. I mean, I ain't even going to bash her in like that. But she's really not a catch either. Like, what can you have done to make it in the mainstream? I mean, it's nothing really that special. So let me know what y'all thoughts is, man, in the comments, man. Give me y'all opinions and, what y'all think about this, man, because I'm starting to really get a little irritated about this, man, with Steph. Everybody's starting to get fed up with her and her rants. It's like these Kanye negative rants on and on about her. Listen, ma'am, you got all the money, space, and opportunity to do what you need to do. That's why we're confused and upset. Okay, what is holding you back? You have the resources, the money, the funds, the family, the backing, the support. You have everything to do what you need to do to pursue your dreams and your career or your endeavors, right? And I get that, it might set you back having a family. I get that. But look, what's the excuse now? Let me know what y'all think, man, about this situation, man. This is just, she's just a mess all over the place. And let me know, women, man, if y'all think that, she don't deserve Curry. Because she's saying that she's mad, she didn't expect the spotlight and the fame and all the women to be attracted to him like this. Okay, well, what does that tell you? You let him go, and you might meet your demise, because he's definitely of a value. He's a 4-time NBA champion. You got a wife of a 4-time NBA champion, the greatest shooter that ever shot a basketball, complaining. I just want that to y'all to sink in, man. Complaining, y'all. Yo, this is like a one of 4 quadrillionth chance of making the NBA. It's one in 1 quadrillion chance. And the fact that you're the greatest, man, I don't even know, man. I'm done. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. She's just ridiculous. Let me know if y'all think she's for the streets, man. Steph need to go ahead and just get that divorce up and popping, man. Because she's just gonna do nothing but bring you down, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love you guys. Talk to y'all soon. On to the next video. Please subscribe to your brother, man. We on the road to 500 on this new channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to y'all soon. Give me your thoughts, man. Peace.